Thank you for joining us on the webinar today. We hope you find today informative and interesting. Hopefully opens your mind in terms of some of the opportunities that the Self-Fi range of products from Nextivity are able to give to you. The focus today is about indoor connectivity is productivity, improving users' indoor mobile experience. That can be better patient outcome, better dwell time for retailers and hoteliers, better yield for landlords, and better customer experience, full stop. I'm delighted to be able to welcome 4 additional speakers with us today. To my left is Colin Giles, who's the sales manager here at Frequency, who is responsible for the product into reseller and end user base. Colin's very, very knowledgeable about the Nextivity range of Self-Fi indoor boosters and the applications that enable the resellers and to be able to distribute and sell these, and then in terms the benefits that the end users then experience. To my right is David Cabanas, who's the Vice President of EMEA at Nextivity. David has been at Self-Fi for over 11 years and has seen the change and development of how this brand has looked at the market and growing the market. David is very, very knowledgeable in the sector and will be covering some areas for us shortly. We're also delighted to have Simon Reynolds, Head of Voice at University Hospitals of Derby and Burton, a user of the Self-Fi indoor boosters, and is able to go through and explain to us the impact they've had on efficiencies and, as importantly, the patient outcomes. Ivor Nicholls from UCtel, a reseller and installer of ours, a key partner to Frequency in this space. In terms of the agenda, we will be covering the following topics: the evolution of the mobile signals, why it's important and people wish to improve the signals they have indoors, the rise of the Internet of Things and mobile applications. Ivor will cover why indoor mobile signal can be a struggle. Colin will then cover off some more of the solutions. Simon very kindly talk about signal and the importance of it in healthcare. David will talk about why Nextivity, and at the end of the webinar, we'll be covering off any questions. Before I hand over to Colin, I thought it would be worthwhile just explaining that Frequency has been established since 2001. So we're currently in our 22nd year of business, and we have a proud tradition of moving with the times with key products that make a difference to our customer base. We've been a Self-Fi distributor in excess of 10 years, but really started to see a huge amount of growth and interest in the product range since the product had license exemption from Ofcom in April 2018. We're very, very proud to be the distributor of the year for the last 2, and it kind of hopefully gives testament to the amount of focus and energy we put around the Nextivity products and the Self-Fi range. The reason we love the Self-Fi range of products is it enables us to meet an urgent need quickly, affordably, to solve indoor mobile coverage. It's very much a win-win solution where the end users and their users benefit from it greatly, as do the resellers in terms of being able to manage their customer base. I'm going to hand over now to Colin Giles, who will give us some information on why mobile signal is so important as we go.
Thanks, Gareth. And as Gareth mentions, we've seen an almost exponential growth in data usage throughout the digital age, right from the start of 2G from the early 90s, right up to the present day, nearly 30 years later, on the rollout of 5G. And through this period where mobile phones have to a large degree and still are the main device driving mobile data usage through the mobile networks, it's the introduction of new devices, of new systems, and of new applications that's driving this rapid increase in mobile data usage. and where we've been to over the last sort of 6 years, we're seeing a 6-fold increase of mobile phone usage and mobile phone data usage. Now, if you're using your mobile phone outside, or if the IoT device or system that requires mobile data connectivity is installed outside of a building, then the chances are that it will operate and give you what you need just fine. But what happens if you with your mobile phone are situated within a building? What if your device that needs access to mobile data is based in the basement floor of a building and there's no mobile signal there? As Gareth alluded to earlier, about 80% of mobile traffic is generated within a building. In addition, modern building materials, environmental factors, and frequencies that the networks broadcast are all factors today that prevent mobile signal from penetrating sufficiently well into the buildings to enable these applications to run effectively. So as a result, it's become a major issue for businesses, organisations and institutions that would normally rely on, I would expect, the function to operate outside where the mobile signal may be good. It's not often the case as soon as you walk through the front doors of a building. To give you some real-world examples where mobile connectivity, and especially indoor mobile connectivity, plays a vital role within organisations, and why these types of organisations would invest in a solution to ensure good quality in-building mobile connectivity. So let's look at in-store shopping. Why would a retail store invest in mobile signal? Well, they want to increase customer spend and dwell time by enabling customers to browse and take advantage of in-store promotions, often all linked to their membership card, which is accessible via an app on their mobile phones. In order to that work effectively, that requires good mobile signal. So in the building, we see there's the opportunity for retailers to reduce some level of costs. There are what we have seen as refunds areas now being unmanned, and they rely on customers using their mobile phones to process the refunds. And again, if these unmanned applications don't have good mobile signal, or the mobile signal for the phone can't operate these machines, we have an issue in the returns and refunds process. Also, speeding up financial transaction processes helps to improve overall customer experiences by ensuring the point of sale machines that use mobile signal or rely on mobile signal is available to allow those transactions to happen faster and more reliably. We look at asset tracking and management systems. Why would they want to invest in indoor mobile connectivity? Well, looking at examples that we know, they would benefit by reducing the time and fuel wastage by drivers and vehicles that are forced to drive around an area outside looking for good mobile coverage, so that their central operations team can download a vehicle's journey or tracking details. Wouldn't it just be much better and much more efficient if information could be extracted there and then at the vehicle's main depot, where the journey was intended to finish, rather than having them parked up outside somewhere random, causing potential hassle through the neighbourhood? Then we take the example, as Gareth mentioned earlier. We've got landlord and property developers. Why would they want to invest in good mobile connectivity? Well, the ability for these types of organisations to provide a premium service for the customers, maximise tenant occupancy, and reduce the chance of churn. Also offers the ability for them to promote on social media sites their place of being a great dwelling to work or live in, will attract more demand for their premises. Another example is we have this lone worker ID applications. You may ask, what are lone worker ID systems? Well, these are devices worn by individuals, often staff members, to track their exact location within a building. And it's a matter of sort of health and safety. It's very much a health and safety feature, and to ensure their well-being within the buildings at all times. These devices use mobile signal to provide their exact location. Not knowing their exact location within a building, especially a large building, can present that health and safety issue to the staff and others that may be wearing or using the lone worker device. So if there isn't good mobile connectivity, these devices don't operate and can compromise the well-being of that individual. So these are a few examples of applications that we know today that rely on indoor mobile connectivity, but there are a number of other applications out there that do use it. I'll give an further example. So we've got electric vehicle charging stations relying on indoor mobile connectivity. The new generations of electricity and gas smart meters needs indoor mobile signal. Warden and call and alerting systems need indoor mobile signal. Fire alarm and the security systems need mobile signal. Door entry systems, sensors and racking equipment, and hotel check-in systems all require good quality indoor connectivity. So as mobile networks continue with the rollout of 5G systems and the rise of IoT gathers at pace, you can hopefully see the benefits of ensuring that indoor mobile signal, indoor mobile connectivity is not left as an afterthought.